Right, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Been a little while, but let's just jump into it. Today we're going to be talking about gym anxiety. So the reason I want to talk about this is I recently read this article on Fitness First, of all places, and they called it gym intimidation, which I found really interesting. And they highlighted the fact that 2 out of every 5 UK adults suffers from gym intimidation. I used to be one of those 2 out of 5. I used to be one of those 40%. Now I'm fairly comfortable just going to the gym and doing my thing and then leaving. And so I wanted to make a quick video highlighting what changed for me, because that's what this channel is about. For those of you who don't know, I just like to make videos about things that I've overcome so that you can also overcome them. That does mean I make one big assumption, that you are wired like me. There might be a few things in this video that you don't specifically agree with or don't work for you. I'm really sorry if that does happen, but if you don't, just click off and find another video, because there's hundreds of thousands out there and you'll probably find one about someone who's a lot more like you. This is for people who are like me, and you'll discover as you go on whether or not you are. So let's jump into it. Okay, so first thing about gym anxiety you need to realize is that the reason you're so anxious in the gym or so intimidated in the gym, especially if you're like me, is because you're comparing yourself to other people. This is what I used to do. It's a really toxic trait that every single human being has. Why do we have it? Because it made sense. It makes sense for us to compare ourselves to other people. For those of you who aren't really into evolutionary psychology, this is my, I'm just gonna go ahead with it anyways. This is my evolutionary psychology based explanation for why we compare ourselves to other people so vehemently. The way I see it, back when we were a single member of a really small tribe, let's say there's only 100 of us and we're trying to survive, the wild, and the entire world is basically against us, we are really reliant on each other. What that means is that you have to figure out where you're best suited, not just for you, but for the survival of everyone. Do you get what I mean? So if the bitter truth is that that guy, the next person over, is just better at you, is better than you at lifting logs and things like that, it's probably best for you to leave that to him. And if you're lighter footed and you can climb up trees better, maybe you should focus rather on doing that, because that's what's best for everyone. So that's where I believe our need to compare ourselves all the time comes from. You need to go, okay, they're doing that, so okay, maybe I should do this, and I'm clearly not that. So that's where those things come from. And it made sense. We were in small groups and ego wasn't a big thing. But nowadays that does not apply whatsoever. I think this is very interesting, because a big thing that helped me overcome gym anxiety was realizing that that stuff doesn't apply anymore. This is a really crucial thing, and this is the real first step, is to stop playing the status game. The status game, when it comes to the gym, is this idea that going to the gym, being built, makes you a better person. I've spent a lot of time around the gym sphere. I make fitness content as well, so I've spent a lot of time around that a world of people. And I had this realization that there's this conception that if you go to the gym and you lift heavy weights consistently, it somehow makes you a better person than people who don't. I'm yet to understand how that works. I know there's indirect effects of going to the gym. That's why I'm making this video, because trust me, it will make your life a hell of a lot better. I know you'll be in a better mood, you'll be a better person to people around you, you'll, just be more positive in life. Your mental health will be better, a lot better. But it doesn't make you more useful directly. Once again, indirectly, it does, because if you're in a better mood, you're happier, you're more useful, because people want to be around you. But it doesn't really, it's not how it used to be, where if you were physically more capable, we relied on you more. That's not how it works. Unless you're a firefighter, or in the armed forces, or an athlete, you being physically fitter or stronger past a certain baseline, it doesn't really, an accountant with big arms and an accountant with skinny arms, they're both equally as likely to be good accountants. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So My first thing that I did was to get over this whole status game idea, where I stopped making the gym this really serious place, where if I start going, suddenly I'd come out some friggin' massive Adonis, next level, Giga Chad, alpha male. I kind of had to let go of that idea, and it helped me start going to the gym a lot more. So the first thing you have to do is to get over this idea that going to the gym is going to absolutely revolutionize your life completely. It's going to make it a hell of a lot better, but you'll still just be you, and that's good enough. You'll just be better you. So you're all now wondering, great, thanks for that. How do I do that? Which leads me to step 2. Set your own goals. Know thyself. You need to figure out exactly why you, specifically as an individual watching this video, why you are going to the gym. Now, my friend, the reason why I think this is so important is because it takes out the comparison completely. Because if you have your own goals, whatever the 10, 15, 20, 30 people who are in the gym every day are doing does not impact what you do whatsoever. Doesn't. Takes them out, they might as well not even be there, because it doesn't change what you do, right? To give you an example, right? I share, you share. This is what this channel's about. My five big things, reasons why I personally go to the gym. Number 1, mental health. Really, really good for the brain. Unbelievably good for the brain. Number 2, self-image. I like being someone, a bit guilty here of not fully overcoming step 1. I like being someone who goes to the gym. I like being that kind of guy. You know, I like having that image of myself. Also, I look better, which is goal number 3, which is to look better. But that contributes to my goal number 2, because I look better, and then I feel better about myself, and then I'm more likely to socialize with people. I'm more likely, I've found, that since I've started going to the gym, since I've improved the way I look, I'm more likely to approach women, and I'm more likely just to go to more social events as a whole. And that is a big goal of mine. I'm not afraid to admit that. That's the truth. That's why I'm in there. I know that's in my head when I'm in there, because I know that this is going to help with my own individual specific goal. What I said 3, right? I've said 3 so far. The 4th one is strength / general health. I do like being stronger, because then I can lift more things, and it's useful when I need strength, lifting things to move them around. It's nice to know that if that needs to be done, I can do it. And the 5th one is an extremely personal one. It's something that I like to call the modern wisdom effect. It's just a personal story of the first time that I ever watched Modern Wisdom at Chris Williamson podcast. Chris has really massive arms, and he sits kind of like this, facing that way, and it really shows up how big his bicep is. And the fact that he was so articulate and also had massive biceps really made me listen, really made me pay attention. Just the way it is. You need to have your own ones in mind, because it will help you overcome your own gym intimidation a lot quicker. So the question that brings up is, how can you do this if you don't have anybody like that, if you really do have to go on your own? So you can get a gym plan. That's a good one. Find a gym plan online that you're just going to follow, go in there, do the thing, get out. Second thing is to find an influencer you like, fitness influencer. Always have them in your ears. So big headphones, have them in your ears. Blah, 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 blah. They're just talking the whole time. It's kind of like you're at the gym with them. Get your exercises done, get out. But the third thing, and this is for the real troopers out there, and if you do this, you have my utmost. Talk to the regulars. Go up to the regulars. Just start talking. Hey man, I'm just about to do a incline dumbbell chest press. I've never done it before. Do you mind just showing me how it's done? Big deal if you manage this one. I have a lot of respect for you if you do. Even that, I didn't have to do that. But the advantages of doing that are crazy. First of all, you will realize that people in the gym aren't that scary. gym intimidated of what? You will also realize that these people do not watch anyone. They don't look around going, oh, that person's skinny, ha ha ha. Just doesn't happen. And when you get to know the people that you are like intimidated by, you kind of realize there's no reason to be intimidated of them. This is relevant to anything, right? Like any task in life. The people that you're like, oh, whoa, about, the closer you get to them, you're like, oh, you're just like me, except you've just been doing this longer. It's like, yeah, that's all it is. So, oh, I can do that. I can put in the same amount of time. Then they'll be like, yeah, boom, pretty straightforward. The biggest thing you can do though, guys, is realize that you do have a place in the gym. I used to feel very much like an imposter. I don't know what it is. It's probably that neurobiological thing where you don't feel like you're like part of the tribe because you're not doing the thing or whatever. But I really want to stress the fact that you do have a place amongst gym goers. You do have a place at the gym. You shouldn't feel like you're some sort of imposter or anything like that. You're in there. If you're in there and you're honest and you're humble and you're working hard, there's no reason for you not to be in there. The rest is just numbers. The rest is just numbers. 20, 40, 60, 200. They're all just numbers. And when you start to look at it like that, you'll make such fast progress, I believe. Because if you're just doing the same thing over and over again and you're just upping the numbers, that's what progressive overload is. It is just all numbers. Yeah, that's all I've got for you guys, to be honest. There's also an element of vulnerability that you have to accept when you go, level of acceptance. You have to go in there and you have to accept. Listen, this is where I'm at, this is who I am, I'm skinny, or I'm overweight, or I'm this, or I'm that. It is what it is. Nothing I can do about the past. The only thing I can control is the future. So get in there, start working, stay humble. Remember, here's a quick summary of this video. If you accidentally clicked on this part and now you're just watching 20 seconds, you're gonna get the whole video in the next 20 seconds, so congratulations. You do belong in the gym. Everyone does. Everyone deserves to make themselves better. Affirmations are a big action step for this. Maybe get a sticky note or just like a note on your phone that just says, don't worry about it, I'm good here. And every time you're in the gym, just look at it. Very, very important affirmations. Find a mate who knows what they're doing, or make friends with somebody who knows what they're doing. Both things count for the same thing. Or just get a personal trainer if you can afford it. Boom. And figure out why you're in there. That's how you find your place somewhere, is you figure out why you individually, as a soul, as a person, as an individual, are in there. And if you can do that, I promise you, you will not be intimidated by the gym anymore, because that's what I did. I'm good now. So yeah, listen, I hope this video served you. The experience has certainly served me. And yeah, thank you guys for viewing my video. And I will catch you on the next one. Cheers.